Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. And we're going to start our morning ritual with the Shema, which goes like this. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. ואהבת את ענת אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודייך, וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לתותפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Good morning, nervous beam. Good morning, pond. Good morning, all. So, those words come from the book of Deuteronomy, and they take place when the character of Moses is wandering through the desert with his people, and his people have invented Moses as a character because they need a narrative in order to justify their existence and in order to justify their theft of the land that they are now occupying. And as part of that justification, they have Moses, the priests, write down in the books these words attributed to Moses. And the words go, V'chaya. כי יביאך יהוה אלוהיך אל הארץ אשר נשבע לאבותיך לאברהם ליצחק וליעקב, לתת לך ערים גדולות וטובות אשר לא בנית, ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר לא מילאת, ופרות עצבים אשר לא עזבת, כערים וזיתים אשר לא נטעת, והלכת ושבת. הישמר לך פן תשכח את יהוה אשר תישך מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. Thank you, Captain Sea Dog. Thank you so much for those gifts. I like them too. I like them very much. I'm a human, if you didn't know, for those who were wondering. I am indeed a human. So the words that the Levitic priests wrote down in their book in order to justify their theft of land were very self-aware. And the words translate as, when Yahweh Eloheinu brings you into the land that he swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to assign to you, great and flourishing cities that you did not build, houses full of all good things that you did not fill, hewn cisterns that you did not hew, vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant, and you eat your fill. Take heed that you do not forget Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. Take heed. Remember that this land is stolen, and just as you took it, it could just as easily be taken away. And I like to repeat these words because they are just as true today as they were 3,000 years ago. We still live on stolen land. This entire country is stolen. Stolen land. I live on stolen land. Each of you lives on stolen land. And it's just something that we need to be aware of. And so I repeat these words every day. Baruch atah Yahweh, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shelo Ashani Isha. I repeat the name of Yahweh Eloheinu, who did not make me a woman. That prayer is a prayer that is spoken traditionally by Orthodox Jewish men. There's a bit of patriarchy built in very deeply into the tradition that I was born into. Indeed, Yahweh did not make me a woman. I did. That's pretty cool. Then we can also say, Baruch atah Asherah, Anat melecha ha'olam, asher yitzaret ha'adam b'chachama u'vara. I repeat the name of Asherah Anat, who made me with many openings, and cavity. So this is a figurine of Ashra, a replica of the kinds of figurines which were found in the Levant on the Mediterranean coast, dated to around 3,000 years ago when Ashra worship was at its peak. She was a goddess. She was Yahweh's wife in certain traditions. There was a bit of pottery found in the Judean desert, which cites Yahweh and his Asherah. So we know a little bit about her. We know that she was a goddess. We know that she was associated with trees. People would give her fruit cakes, olive cakes, grain cakes as offerings before the Israeli monarchy eliminated her worship. And so I can repeat these Orthodox Jewish phrases, replacing the name of Yahweh with Asherah, just as the name of Yahweh replaced Asherah 3,000 years ago, or 2,000 years ago. So I think that is important, to remind ourselves that our traditions are actually a lot older than they claim to be, and they have patterns within them that only make sense when you think about them evolutionarily, when you think about the entire tree, not just the tips of the branches, but all the way down to the root, right here. I'm very well, Ben. How are you? How are you? So, now we can sing a song in English that refers back to this time, this original time, around 2,500 years ago, when Judaism became a religion, you can say, when the Judean monarchy fell to the Babylonian Empire, and the priests of that period had to reimagine what their identity was, reimagine what their religion was, and they sort of ingrained that trauma, the razing of the city, destruction of the palaces, and the killing of the people and their deportation, the refugee making. All of that trauma was sort of ingrained in the religious texts and carries through to modern day, modern song making. So this is some verses from a song by Leonard Cohen called Last Year's Man. Where are we? Here we are, Last Year's Man. Toda rabah. You're very welcome, Worm Lover.
Knock, knock.
Hey. What's up? Hey, I'm live, but what's up?
The big batteries for the saw. Where?
Everything is in the shop.
I'll keep looking. Thanks.
Okay. Whoa! I got a cat. I got a cat. Oh, hello. Hey, this is Mama Cat. So, let's sing a modern song about the Babylonian exile, shall we? I came upon a wedding that old families had contrived, with Bethlehem the bridegroom and Babylon the bride. Oh, great Babylon was trembling, and she stood there naked with me. And Bethlehem inflamed us both like the shy one at some orgy. And when we fell together, all our flesh was like a veil. We had to draw aside to see the serpent eat its tail. Oh, some women wait for Jesus, and some we wait for Cain. So I'll hang upon this altar, and I'll hoist my axe again, and I'll take the one who finds me back to where it all began, back when Jesus was a honeymoon, and Cain was just a man. And we'll read from pleasant Bibles that are bound in blood and skin, that Jerusalem is gathering all her children back again. Am I Greek? No, I'm not Greek, Rogue. I'm Jewish. What made you think that I was Greek? It's a very interesting guess. God, this cat. Look at this cat. This cat just wants all of the attention. Cat wants to be famous. Yeah, she wants to be held. Oh, she's purring. I don't know if you can hear the purring. Probably not, but she's a good one. Yeah, this is what you want. You want to just be here? What am I going to do next? Sanskrit. You can just sing a Sanskrit song with my cat. Sanskrit from the Shivananda tradition. Kajananam Buddhaganati Sevitam Kapita Jambupala Sarabakshitam Mumasutam Sakavina Sakaranam Mahaming Vineshwara Pada Pankajam Sadananam Kunkumaraktavarnam Mahamatim Divya Mayuravahanam Rudasyasinam Sarasarnanatam Guham Sadanam Saranam Prapadye Yaku Hendutu Saraharadavala Yasupravasvarita Yavinavarantam Manditakara Yasveta Padmasana Ya Brahmachuta Sankara Pratrapi Devasata Pujita Samampatu Saraswati Bhagavati Nihesa Jadyapaha Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nisparanchaya Santaya Shri Shivanandaya Te Namaha Shri Vishnu Devanandaya Te Namaha Om Sarva Mangla Manglaye Shive Savarta Sadike Saranye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute, Narayani Namostute. Om. Yes, I am a mycologist. I have a student arriving today. I had one student arrive yesterday. So we're gonna go out into the woods today and look for mushrooms. It's pretty great. What is the most recent mushroom that I found? There was some Leucocoprinus that was growing by the main campsite that I've set up for my students as a nice little welcome. Welcome, hello, here are mushrooms. It's pretty good. So, the next mantra that I want to repeat for you is the Maharityunjaya mantra from the Shivananda tradition. Can I tickle my cat? I'm tickling my cat right now. She's very happy to be here with me. Hi, Interplanetary Jelly. What a great name. How are you? Hey, cat. Oh, wow, you're very affectionate right now. So, this is a mantra in Sanskrit that means basically the same thing as the first mantra that I repeated. The first mantra in Hebrew that I say every morning, Shema Yisrael, Asherah Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Listen, Israel, all these gods are one. That basically means the same thing as this Sanskrit mantra, which goes, Chayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushche Vardhanam Orva Rukami Bhavandanan Mityar Mukshiyam Amritatom Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushche Vardhanam Orva Rukami Bhavandanan Mityar Mukshiyam Amritatom Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Makashu Dukhabhagave Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityar Mamritam Gamaya Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate Om Shanti 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 Om Peace Peace Peace. Om, that outer world is full. Om, this inner world is also full. From fullness comes fullness. Taking full from full, fullness remains. It's a paradox, right? It's this thing about infinity. That infinity plus infinity is still infinity. 1 plus 1 is not 2. 1 plus 1 is still 1. Fullness begets fullness. And fullness can never be made unfull. That's what that prayer means. Yahweh Eloheinu Asher Echad. All is one. This is what we repeat. We repeat these phrases over and over and over in different languages, in different patterns, so that maybe one day we can actually understand and take on physically in our bodies what it means that we are part of a world which is a single thing, a single unitary thing. Mama Cat's pretty good. I think she's a little bored of me. Oh god, look at all this hair. This hair that I pulled off from her. Ugh. Look at that. I'm not into that. Shedding all over my bed, all over my studio. So it goes. So it goes. So, I've been saying a bunch of prayers, right? And the word prayer means something particular in English, right? It has this sort of like Abrahamic bent to it. It means something. But I don't actually like the word prayer. I often use the word mantra, which is a Sanskrit word, which basically means like repeated verse, because I'm a little more comfortable with that. Like, there's deep reasons why I repeat these words every morning, why I repeat them with you. What are my thoughts about the afterlife? Well, I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. Oh. There's this song by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros about prayer that I really like because it puts into context what I actually think prayer is and why I do this practice. So I'll share that with you now. It goes like this. I don't want to pray to my maker, no. I just want to be what I see. Not just who I am, but the pink in golden land and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray, and it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven, and forgotten of our sins, and I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, I made good, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, I made good, and Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made. But I don't want to pray to my maker. I just want to be feeling free. Not like in a book or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. No, no. Pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, I made good, and Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made me. Except that's a lie. It's all a lie. You know that, right? It's just a story. None of those gods exist. I made me, or you all are making me right now with your really lovely questions, and there are so many of them that I need to answer now. Very good questions. I am Jewish. You could say that I'm Jewish. My mother was born in Eastern Europe. My grandparents were Holocaust survivors. I'm ethnically Jewish. But my mythology that I utilize, that I am engaged in, is older than Judaism. For example, this is Ashra. This is a figurine, a replica of a figurine that was found all over what is now modern Israel, but which is dated to before the original Israelite kingdom. So I take a historically rooted approach to my Judaism. This is my grandfather's prayer shawl. It was his. He prayed with it every day before he died, and then I inherited it after his death. So, yeah. What else? What other questions do we have here? They were quite good. About my mycology teaching. Is it a residency? Yes. So I have a bunch of students that are staying with me. They're arriving today. They're arriving today. And we're going to go walking in the woods every day, and we're going to be making videos about mushrooms, and I'm going to post them on this here TikTok page, which is pretty great. And I'm really excited to post mycology content to share with you all. We're going to find a lot of really great mushrooms. Thank you for the voice compliment. Always happy. I really appreciate voice compliments. I've worked really hard on my voice, and I really like to sing with you all. And Allison is doing an incredibly diligent job as a moderator. I appreciate all you do. Getting rid of all of those Silence of the Lambs references. They're not really annoying. They're just clutter. Just clutter. See? Yeah. Allison, for the record, in case you don't know, references to Buffalo Bill or Lotion are both references to Silence of the Lambs, so they're thinly veiled transphobia. And, if people want to talk about that film in my feed, I guess that's okay. I don't really have a problem with it. It's a reasonably good film. But, it's clutter, so if you wanted to remove references to those sort of things, I wouldn't mind. You're aware. Good. I'm glad. I don't know what you know. I don't know what your cultural context is. I just know that I like seeing you every day, and that's really nice. So, friends, the best part of the internet, if you don't like something, you can move on and not say anything. Thank you, Danny Girl. Danny Girl, I want to make you a moderator. That's what I want to do. Admin settings, moderators, Danny Girl, DA, Danny Girl, add. Alright, you are now a moderator. Great. So, we can now move on. So, the next prayer that we're going to do, the next mantra, is from the Shivananda tradition. We're going to do what is called Arati. Arati means light in Sanskrit, or flame, light, flame. You can see I have a little flame here. I like to keep at the base of the screen. It's so tiny that you can barely see it, but it is there. And the refrain for this prayer, Jaya Jayarati, we wave the light. And then we repeat the names of a bunch of Hindu deities and remember their stories. So, for example, the first verse, Jaya Jayarati Vina Vinayaka, Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha. We wave the light to Ganesha, Vinaya Vinayaka, who is the remover of calamities and is all auspicious. So here's Ganesha. There's Ganesha. Jaya Jayarati. Then we'll continue on. I'm not going to translate this whole prayer to you because it's long, but you can get the general idea because the refrain each day, each verse, Jaya Jayarati. I am wearing a tallis. Yes, this is a prayer shawl. It used to belong to my grandfather. Now it belongs to me, and I like to wear it when I pray. Yeah. This is my natural hair. I did take a shower this morning, so it looks a little bit nicer than normal, but this is my natural hair. Am I straight, heterosexual, gay, or single? I'm not sure if I'm any of those things. Jaya Jayarati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jaya Rati Venugopala, Venugopala, Venuola, Papa Vidura Navanita Chora, Jaya Jaya Rati Venkanta Ramana, Venkanta Ramana Bhavani Sankara, Sita Rama Radhe Shama, Jaya Jaya Rati Gauri Manohara, Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara, Samba Sada Shiva Uma Maheshwara, Jaya Jaya Rati Raja Rajeshwari, Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari, Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati, Mahakali Mahashakti, Jaya Jaya Rati Anjaneya, Anjaneya Hanumanta, Jaya Jaya Rati Dattatreya, Dattatreya Trimutriya Vatara, Jaya Jaya Rati Anjaneya, Anjaneya Hanumanta, Jaya Jaya Rati Adityaya, Adityaya Bhaskaraya, Jaya Jaya Rati Sanistaraya, Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya, Jaya Jaya Rati Sankarachaya, Sankarachaya Advaita Guravi, Jaya Jaya Rati Sadgurunata, Sadgurunata Shivananda, Jaya Jaya Rati Vishnu Devananda, Vishnu Devananda, Vishnu Devananda, Jaya Jaya Rati Agastya Munaye, Agastya Munaye, Shri Rama Priyaye, Jaya Jaya Rati Ayappa Swamine, Ayappa Swamine, Dharma Shastave, Jaya Jaya Rati Jesus Gurave, Moses Gurave, Buddha Gurave, Jaya Jaya Rati Muhammad Gurave, Guru Nanak Gurave, Samastya Gurubho Namaha, Jaya Jaya Rati Venugopala. Natatra Suyabati Natandra Karatam Nima Vidyabati Kutoya Magni Twameva Bantamanabanti Sarvam Tasya Basya Samridam Vivanti Om Gange Kayamune Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Siddhika Veriya Namastitam Namo Namaha. I am Jewish, the Jewist, if you're still here. I am. Although this is in Sanskrit. Twameva mata chapita twameva, twameva bandusha saka twameva, twameva vidya dravinam twameva, twameva sarvam mama deva deva, kayena vacha manasendriyarva, buddhyatmanava prakriti sabhavad, karomi adyad mangalam parasmahi, Narayanahi ti sarmar payami. Sarvadharmam pravichaya mamekam sarvanam vrija. Aham sva sarva papayo mokshayami masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these, I dedicate to you. Thank you all so much for being here. So many people today. It's really great. I like your Palestinian flags. 8 rabbits. I like them very much. Hello from West Virginia. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So, we're gonna conclude the mantra portion of this stream with a Kaddish. The word Kaddish means holy in Hebrew. It's a very old Semitic word. There was a city on the Syrian coast named Ketesh that was destroyed by the Sea Peoples 3,500 years ago. And there's also a goddess, a Canaanite goddess named Kadesh, who is a fertility goddess often shown with the penises of erect gods. Very interesting. And in Hebrew, the word Kaddish means holy. And the prayer, Kaddish, is typically said in response to death and has been said in response to death for the last 2,500 years. So we will say Kaddish for all of those people who died yesterday all over the world of coronavirus, and for all those other people who suffer from the sources of death and injustice that have plagued the living since life began 3.8 billion years ago and will continue to torture us until our lineage is done. And for the last 2,500 years, my ancestors have been saying something like Good Shabbos, Good Shabbos. They've been saying something like Yid Kadal, Vid Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Bialma divrach yute viam lichmal chute bechayachon of yomechon of chayedikal be Israel bagala usman kari vimru amin. Yehe Shemei Rabbah me v'arach li alam on me on maya Yid barach v'ishtabach v'id ba'ar v'id raman v'id nasei v'id hadar v'id halei v'id halal Shemei de kudusha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechimata jemiran bialma vimru amin. Yehe Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yachol Yisrael vimru amin. Ose shalom v'imramav huya ase shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael vimru amin. Ose shalom b'imramav huya ase shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael vimru amin. Good morning, Brittany. Morning for 10 more minutes, just in time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. It's a Jew. Am I a boy or a girl? Yes. Yes, I am. I am a boy or a girl. How nice. So, now we can blow out the candle. We've concluded our prayers. I'm going to turn off the